What to post and not post on social media if you want your ex to miss you. Great subject, don't you think? Thank you for joining me once again on Love Advice TV. I'm Coach Abby. Today we're diving into something that might feel harmless. Not so fast, but it can either draw your ex closer or push them further away, and that's social media. Yep, social media. It's wild, right? A couple of stories, a quick photo, a caption with just the right edge, and suddenly you're playing emotional chess with your ex, even without sending a single text. Here's the thing. Your social media is a stage, and whether you like it or not, you're putting on a show. Your ex is likely watching. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually they check. We all do. The question is, what story are you telling them? Now, today I'm going to help you craft that story. It's with authenticity of sorts, with confidence, and without falling into the traps that make you look needy, make you look angry, or worse yet, emotionally chaotic. Let's get into it little by little. First and foremost, I cannot stress enough how the things that you are posting matter more than you think. Now, social media is subtle, but it is extremely strategic. When you post photos with a group of friends, you may think, well, I just posted a photo of me with a group of friends, we're having fun. But guess what your ex sees? What they're really doing is they're analyzing. Are they happy? Are they moving on? I don't recognize that dress. I don't recognize that jacket. Are they trying to make me jealous? It's not about obsessing over their opinion, by the way, but it's about being intentional with your post and your presence. Now, everything you post after a breakup sends one of these three signals. Number one, and this is the most common one, I'm falling apart. Number two, I'm trying so hard to look okay. And number three, I'm grounded, I'm present, and I'm living my full, authentic life. So guess which one draws curiosity and respect? Yep, the I'm grounded, I'm present, and living my life fully signal. It's really important. Please, 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 please stay focused on this fact. Your goal isn't to trigger them. It's to invite them to see your evolution. The best social media strategy after a breakup is one rooted in calm confidence. Most of us think we know what to post with the hopes of getting a reaction from our ex. We do it all the time. Many of my clients have invited me. They've asked me, they've begged me sort of to check their social media, to help clean it up, and even go as far as asking me to monitor it for them. Obviously, I'm limited in what I can and can't do for them. However, in our one-on-one conversations, I do give my undivided attention to how to post with intention, not impulsively. So to value seeing things through your ex's lens when possible, and not only through what they like to showcase. I mean, I could showcase whatever. If they don't like my cat, why am I posting my cat all the time? If you first find yourself with questions on what to post on social media, you just feel free to book a one-on-one session with me if you'd like. And if not, just please pay close attention to this video so that at least you have a type of groundwork of what and what not to do. But first, let's get started with what are the biggest situations. And what I'd like to do is not what we can post. I really want to focus on what we should not post, on the don'ts of posting in social media. Because honestly, these mistakes are so, so common, and they can be so emotionally costly. Please don't post emotional quotes and heartbreak memes. You might think you're being deep, but your ex sees it as a cry for attention. Another thing is, please don't post overly sexy selfies or what I call thirst traps. Look, they find you attractive. That is in the bag. They wouldn't have been with you in the first place. And yes, you're allowed to feel hot. But when it's overly obvious, it screams, "Look at me," and comes from a place of desperation. And trust me when I say that desperation isn't attractive. It's so not sexy. And also, fake happiness posting selfies with forced smiles are a no-no. Tagging yourself at events just to prove you're living your best life is a no-no, especially when it comes across as inauthentic. Remember that most of you believe you know your ex relatively well. Unfortunately, they know you too. And they know where you frequent, and they know how you convey your emotions. So make sure it's authentic. You don't want to post just to get their attention, whichever way it might come from. Passive aggressive messages or cryptic captions, you know what I mean, those "some people never change" captions. Stay away from that. If it could be mistaken as a subtweet about your ex, and if they don't see it, a friend of theirs will see it and say, "Oh my gosh, she's bad mouthing you. She's saying that you're this, that you're dominant, that you're controlling, that whatever." So make sure you just keep it very neutral. You know who you are, and I have a particular client that we really had a little bit of a powwow with it until it comes from a place of experience, and it comes from a place of respect, and it comes from a place of sharing my perspective so that they can come across as valuing themselves. And all's good. Everything worked out beautifully. Toned it out perfectly. Thank you very much. By the way, you know who I'm talking about, because here's the deal. Everything you post in bitterness only keeps you emotionally tied to the breakup, and that disempowers you. You're not over it if you're still trying to send indirect messages, if you're still reacting, if you're demonstrating you haven't evolved. So what should you post? Now let's flip the script. Here's what actually draws your ex's attention in the healthiest, most effective way. I love to post subtle snapshots that shows of joy, of real smiles, a hike with a friend, a sunset you enjoyed alone. I mean, these kind of posts say, "I'm present and I'm becoming whole again." No captions describing that you're present and becoming whole again. Just let the pictures speak for themselves. Make them come across as calm, as authentic. It's not about grabbing that attention. It's letting them see your progress. And progress, not perfection. So you have to think about it. Did you start journaling again? Go back to the gym. Join a book club. Do whatever it takes. Post a casual story about it. Not to brag, not to make it a point, but to show that you're growing. You're at the bookstore. You bought this. What an amazing, New York Times book you're getting into. I mean, whatever it might be, that shows that you are out of the box, that you're growing without really saying a word. Those are very effective posts. Also, moments that reflect inner peace, nature, solitude, laughter. These show that your life has dimension and that your emotional well-being it's not tied to your ex anymore. There's a certain detachment, and that's very good. That's very sexy to them. Authenticity posts when you actually feel good is great. Skip it when you don't. Authenticity is magnetic because it feels rare and it feels real. And they know when you're, making one of these to pretend. Keep it authentic, keep it real. Have that smile, make it look like you're okay. And it's not about being okay. We've moved on. No, it's about being okay. We've moved in. Our real self is surfacing. Our calmness, our, you know, our quest to find happiness is there. And happiness is not necessarily with a new relationship. It could be in whatever it is. Because most of the times when we're in a relationship, we leave a lot of things behind to dedicate ourselves to our relationship. And this is a perfect moment to pick up some of those old, wonderful, joyful moments that you used to share and post about it. Because your goal is to make your ex think, wow, they seem different. They're lighter. They're more engaged. They're certainly more centered. I wonder what changed. We need to keep them questioning that. That curiosity is far more powerful than a DM. Trust me when I say that. Sometimes I tell people to go dark on social media for a while. And what I mean by going dark is there's no stories, no posts, no updates. You might ask why? Because all of a sudden your absence is louder than any story. You see, we are wired to notice what's missing. Your ex might think, why aren't they posting? Are they okay? Are they with someone else? Are they hiding something? Have they outgrown this whole cycle? And that's what triggers them to reach out. Silence breeds mystery, and mystery invites reflection. Use it wisely. I know it's tempting to post for a reaction. We've all done it. I've had so many clients tell me, Abby, I've posted something and then kept refreshing my story over and over and over and over. And I see that they're viewing me. And here's what I say about that. I said, it's all right if you're posting for a reaction, but then you're still giving your ex control. So what if they look at it? They're not reaching out. It's all right. But when you post from peace, when your presence is authentic and grounded, that's when your ex starts to feel an energy shift. And they do. You're not trying to make them miss you. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to demonstrate you're living a life that would naturally be missed. So it's about your world, your life. There's a big difference. So let's zoom into you for a second. Not about them. What story is your digital life telling? Take a look at it. Is it aligned with the person you're becoming or the pain you're still processing? If you want your social presence to support reconnection, it needs to reflect change. It needs to reflect emotional maturity. It needs to reflect self-respect, growth. It must be grounded, independent. Now, I want you to figure out if the digital signals you're sending align with what you're really looking to accomplish. Very important. You can measure it yourself. I invite you also to take the free assessment questionnaire provided below. It's designed to assist you in determining where you are in this relationship and what steps to perhaps take moving forward. So it's important you work on yourself and see what's going on around you before we start posting. Now, sometimes the most powerful move isn't changing what you post. It's changing the reason why you're posting. So here's the big takeaway. Social media isn't the enemy, but it is a mirror. And after a breakup, it reflects your growth or your grief. So you need to use it as a tool to reconnect with yourself first. Look at your social media. See what it's telling you. It might just become the bridge that brings your ex back into awareness of who you've become and who you no longer are. You don't have to chase. You don't have to prove anything. You just have to be the person they miss. It's really that simple. It really is. I want to thank you once again for joining me today. As always, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be sending more tips on personal growth, on mending relationships, and everything in between. It is my pleasure to be able to extend that to our audience. It's so important that we prepare ourselves every step of the way after a breakup so that we can strategize in such a way, authentically, to get them back to our real new self. It is so, so important. And then we post it. And we post who we are today, not who we were yesterday. And we post from a place of joy, from a place of confidence, from a place of happiness. And we don't necessarily ever badmouth them or anything that they can relate to. If they had a bad habit, we don't have to necessarily put post about that particular habit on a third person. No, keep it low-keyed. Let them look at those posts, and they will. Maybe, like I mentioned, not today, not tomorrow, but we all do. It's like looking into our neighbor's window a moment, if the windows are open enough. And we all do. We're all curious. But let them see a new you. And that's what will make them curious and attracted to reconsider, maybe trying again. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.